Hello everyone, this is Yuxiang Zhang, and this is my answer for the second question of homework 2. The second question is given p of x1 equals to 0 equals to 0.2. P of x1 equals to 1 equals to 0.8 for all 1 less than k, one less or equals to k, less than or equals to n. P of x k plus 1 equals to 0 when xk equals to 0 happened, equals to 0.6. Probability of xk plus 1 equals to 1 when xk equals to 0 equals to 0.8, 0.4. Probability of xk plus 1 equals to 0 when xk equals to 1 happened, equals to 0.3. Probability of xk plus 1 equals to 1 when xk equals to 1 happened, equals to 0.7. And the first question is find the probability of x2 equals to 1. And my answer is probability of x2 equals to 1 equals to probability of x2 equals to 1 when x1 equals to 0 happened, multiply probability of x1 equals to 0 plus p of x2 equals to 1 when x1 equals 1 happened, multiply probability of x1 equals to 1 equals to 0.4 multiply 0.2 minus 0.3 multiply 0.8 equals to 0.64. And the second question is find p of x3 equals to 1. And we can know from last question x2 equals to 0 等于 1 minus probability of x2 equals to 1 equals to 0.36. And the probability of x3 equals to 1 equals to probability of x3 equals to 1 when x2 equals to 0 happened, multiply probability of x2 equals to 0 plus probability of x3 equals to 1 when x2 equals to 1 happened, multiply p of x2 equals to 1 equals to 0.4 multiply 0.36 plus 0.6 multiply 0.64 equals to 0.592. And the second question is find the p of x1 equals to 0 when x3 equals to 1 happened. And p of x1 equals to 0 when x3 equals to 1 happened, equals to probability of x1 equals to 0 plus multiply probability of x2 equals to 0 when x1 is happened. Multiply x3 equals to 1 when x2 equals to 0 happened. Plus p of x2 equals to 1 when x1 equals to 0 happened. Multiply probability of x3 equals to 1 when x2 equals to 1 happened. Multiply x1 equals to 0, and this equals to 0.2 multiply 0.6 multiply 0.4 plus 0.4 multiply 0.7 multiply 0.2 equals to 0.104. And the first question is find limited when n is infinity, p of xn equals to 0. And we can get this. P xn equals to 0 equals to p xn equals to 0 when xn minus 1 equals to 0 happened. Multiply p of xn minus 1 equals to 0 加上and plus p of xn equals to 0 when xn minus 1 equals to 1. Multiply p of xn minus 1 equals to 1. And this equals to 0.6 p of x n minus 1 equals to 0. Plus 0.3 p multiply p of x n minus 1 equals to 1, and this equals to 0.6 p of x n minus 1 equals to 0, plus 0.3 1 minus p of x n minus 1 equals to 0. This equals to 0.3 plus 0.3 multiply p of x n minus 1 equals to 0, and let p of x n equals to 0 minus k equals to 0.3 multiply 1 plus probability of x n minus 1 equals to 0 minus k. We do this because we want to get a geometric progression, and we can get k 1 minus ten divided by 3 multiply k equals to k minus k, and k equals to 3 divided by 7. And so we can get a formula. P of xn equals to 0 minus 3 is divided by 7 equals to 0.3 multiply P of xn minus 1 equals to 0 minus 3 is divided by 7, and we can get this formula. Pxn equals to 0 is divided by Pxn minus 1 equals to 0 minus 3 is divided by 7 equals to 0.3, and so on. We can get this. P of x2 equals to 0 minus 3 is divided by 7 is divided by x. P of x1 equals to 0 minus 3 is divided by 7 equals to 0. And therefore, P of xn equals to 0 minus 7 is divided by 3 is divided by 7, and is divided by P of xn minus 1 equals to 0 minus 3 is divided by 7 equals to 0.3 raised up to the point of n minus 1. So we can get this. P xn equals to 0 equals to 0.3 raised by the power of n minus 1 multiply P of x1 equals to 0 minus 3 is divided by 7 plus 3 is divided by 7. This equals to 0.3 raised up by the point of the n minus 1 multiply 0.2 minus 3 is divided by 7 plus 3 is divided by 7. So when n is infinity, P of xn equals to 0 equals to 3 is divided by 7. So therefore limited n is infinity, P of xn equals to 0 equals to 3 is divided by 7. So this is my answer for the second question. Thank you, everyone.